you see all of our faces go white. We thought the whole thing fucked up.
Yo, what's up, Luca? How you doing?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
You got some time? I gotta bother you, man.
Yeah, come on. Welcome to my igloo, brother. Welcome to my igloo.
The igloo. This is crazy. Oh, I gotta play around. This is insane. From the community takeover days of starting out, building this project, buying a really dope penguin project you saw on OpenSea to Igloo HQ in Miami. What does that feel like for you?
It feels good. And so those plushies that you're grabbing right now, those are actual NFTs that we made from the holders. There you go.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's an NFT that a holder owns, and every year we pay him out. This isn't turned on, but it's an arcade machine. We're in I think 400 Dave & Buster's. This is all over the country. This just released a couple days ago.
Oh my gosh, you're dropping. That's Man City, like the football team.
Yeah, Man City. So it comes with this hoodie. I think we ended up metamorphosizing it into something pretty cool. We had a company called Gel Blaster before this, which was a huge toy company.
Yeah.
And so during that time, I was able to just go to all the conferences, see what was going on. I actually thought Pudgy Penguins would be a toddler's brand. I think early on, a lot of people thought of us as a toy brand. And I think we actually still tapered too young in the beginning. So when we first launched the toys, the images for the toys was 5-year-olds playing with it. But I think we've now really graduated it until I think everybody could be proud of. And as a young man, I'm this is really cool.
I think you guys literally hit that perfectly with this. But when you go back to that origin story of you started out as just an NFT company in a world where every project had NFTs on OpenSea, but not many saw how do you create this insane IP that can break out of the noise that just exists in Web3. What was your initial strategy with going to retail beyond Web3?
Dude, it was naturally and instinctually obvious. So I was thinking to myself, I was okay, NFTs. So some people thought NFTs were a lot of different things, right? I always looked at NFTs as first edition collectibles, right? They are just, if I buy a first edition Charizard, how many are PSA 10? How many are 9? How many have yet to be graded? You don't really know how many exist. With NFTs, there's no inauthenticity issues, no spoofing issues, no friction when buying or selling, no storage issues. It has a slew of pros that frankly physical collectibles don't. I have to go and build Pokemon to that Charizard. I have to go build a franchise, a brand, right? And on the other side of it, I was okay, well, in a world where crypto is all digital, none of these guys are physical. And then I also created probably the third problem that we ended up solving, which is dude, nothing in crypto could rally the family. It seemed pretty obvious to solve all of these problems. We just need to make claw machines. We just need to do collaborations. We just need to make content. We just need to make a brand that people love and enjoy from all age ranges and all demographics and all walks of life. I want to show you guys one more thing before we go. There's some alpha. You see a little more, this is our crack at trying to be a little more avant-garde, which we like that. And then this is coming to your local Wall Street finance bro, Pengu, Van Eck, zip up, which is super tight. And this is actually the Man City. So again, this is something Palace would make, dude.
It's so good.
I think I'll take you guys over here and then we'll bring you guys upstairs.
Please do.
So we got
even the lamps?
The lamps were coming. The furry collectibles. These have done really well for us, but we're going to go and scale it, take it to another notch.
All these different demographics. You got stuff for kids, couples, football fans.
It's the hard part. It's really the hard part. We'll go upstairs. It's the hard part, dude, because not only that, and then you gotta weigh in the ecosystem assets and the NFT collections, and a lot of the reason why we're here is because of those guys, and I gotta take care of those NFTs and the tokens. There's a lot of moving parts, but usually it starts over there in that corner office by a guy named Blake. Or actually we'll start with Mike. Mike will draw it, bring it to Blake. Blakey will 3D render it, and then it'll come to the 3D machine. They'll print it out, they'll they'll tweak it, and then once they have the final mold, they'll send it off to China, and then we'll get the first production.
Truly homegrown in Miami.
Yeah, truly homegrown in Miami.
You touched on it, the early supporters were NFT and crypto bros. What made you want to go the route of launching a community coin?
The night of Pengu. So I think we launched December 17th.
Yeah.
December 16th. From basically, we literally camped out. I mean, I wish people were here to tell you the story. We must have had 10 people here in literally in sleeping bags. Dude, Daniel was debugging into the last second, who was running the website. Peter was freaking out. We were running numbers and spreadsheets here. from basically 1 p.m. on the 16th to 1 p.m. on the 17th. And we launched 8 a.m. on the 17th. One of the things you see is like, there's something for everyone. There's a $3 Igloo Walmart toy. You know, you got collectibles that are going for $1,000, $2,000 a piece on eBay. Pudgy Penguins for crypto wants to be the mascot of crypto, the face of crypto, the brand for crypto. Pengu, which is like really the face of the brand, the Mickey Mouse to the universe. Everyone can have a piece of that for as little as a penny, right? You know, it can cost you, 2 pennies and you can get 1 Pengu. We'll go into this office.
Oh man, this is crazy.
This was actually kind of like a mistake. These were supposed to be our 2 main characters. So funny story about this. On our Instagram, we have Blue and Pink, right? Blue is Paxton Pengu. That's his full name. Her name was Peaches, at least her. However, there's a pink one on Instagram called Polly. And so we wanted to switch them out. Peter was like, I like pink is too obvious. Let's try to go here. We had already made so much content with pink. And it was a complete riot from our Web2 community because it was infidelity. They thought that Paxton Pengu was cheating on Polly with Peaches. And so this is almost like the infidelity collectible. And it was supposed to be one of our most limited collectibles, right? And it was supposed to hang. You just put a nail in it and hang on your wall.
The fact that everyone clocked it, because you guys have built one of the most viral brands, not just in crypto, just across the internet. How have you continued to take risks to expand the Pudgy brand, knowing that as you get bigger, the reward may be bigger, but the risk is even higher at times?
Kind of stemmed from Lorenzo, who's our president. He's like the responsible one and I'm like the crazy one. And so we're kind of yin and yang. Early on, Lorenzo was all about being fiscally responsible, managing the budget, making sure we had enough runway. Because when we bought into the project, we didn't have much, right? They gave us $100K treasury. Outside of that, like every dollar that we've made, we basically earned. Like we never took anything from the community. When I would tell Lorenzo, he'd operate on this like 3-year burn rate. If we lose attention and we lose trust, lose the ability to galvanize and motivate people in our direction, we will be dead long before we run out of money. We really take a lot of risks. I mean, for me, it's like every year, Pudgy Penguins has to do something where we're the #1 thing that everyone's talking about for at least a couple weeks. Yeah, the Web2 side is really a lot easier. The Web3 side takes a lot of effort. I mean, we spend millions of dollars a year managing the Web3 side of the business. The Penguin's purpose is clear. Like, it's just there to just try to make you smile. Versus the Web3 side, if you make a mistake, and then somebody's finances get disrupted, it's a whole different beast.
Yeah, being able to work alongside, collaborate, and create in spaces with other companies. And what we're doing here with OpenSea.
Yeah.
How have you gone about selecting the right partners to work with from the early days of you're scouring OpenSea and looking at projects and you come across Pudgy Penguins to today where you're still doing really cool things with OpenSea?
Yeah, I think for us, it's just like we're interested in partnering with the biggest and the best. And as closely aligned to our values as people can get, the better. Whether it's OpenSea or Manchester City or Bear Brick or, maybe Apple one day or something like that. Like whoever the best is in their respective category, our goal is to align with them to the best of our ability.
Partnering with the best, meaning the best community token needs a great platform, and OpenSea is launching the new OpenSea mobile app. You can scroll through the whole story, everything about what you guys are doing.
Okay, the different networks. Yeah, you got hype spots along
that. Background.
This is good. Yeah, straight from the site. I like it. This feels good. Feels really smooth.
And you can buy tokens and NFTs.
Ooh, even NFTs?
Look, so you got to go buy the rarest Pengu. See, I'm putting you on the spot.
Okay, we got our Moonbird friends. We got Hyper.
Shout out to the birds.
Pudgy Penguin NFTs. Nice. Yeah, this feels really good. And I can just fund it. Probably the whole funding flow is probably super awesome. Apple Pay of all 9.
Seamless completely through the app.
I believe it. But this is one of my favorite things we've released. So I'm going to give you a couple of these packs. We have a TCG.
No way.
Yeah, it's probably one of the best-selling Pudgy Penguin products today. They're pretty much everywhere. And the alpha for you is you will see Pudgy Penguin TCG in one of the major 3 big box retailers in the world this year.
That's crazy.
Walmart, Target, or Best Buy. You'll definitely see them in one. So what you're looking for here is 2 things.
Yeah.
You're looking for anything that has like a shattered ice holographic. And the one that is the most valuable is the sketch. So sketches are going for $1,000+ immediately. You'll know it when you see it. It's different than every other card. Yeah. It looks like a sketch.
Oh my, I'm nervous now. I'm so nervous. You found this dope project on OpenSea. So I have to ask you, what do you think about OpenSea?
I honestly think you guys made the right pivot, getting into this like everything portal for collectibles. I think this idea that like digital collectibles have to be NFTs, like I also think they can be fungible tokens. Like, I believe that's part of the thesis with Pengu is like you have this like universal character. So I think it's the right direction, right? I think from a business perspective, from a community perspective, I'm happy to see, their token coming out pretty soon and what transpires there.
Damn, that's luck. You said that and we got the Pudgy.
Yeah, no, I told you it was rigged.